Alright, I figured I'd give a little video here to let everybody know why you haven't seen me posting anything about the handguards. Firstly, been going through a lot of stuff, so I haven't really had time to put any attention on the handguard situation. But that said, the reason why I stopped was because the way that I textured them and painted them before gave me like a slightly sandy texture, and the color black was pretty much right on point with the X-Tar. But I spaced on the holes and didn't make the spacing correct for a universal attachment. I had pieces that already fit this, and I figured I'd be able to just recommend them for the rails. But then they went out of stock. Not only that, the stuff I used to texture it went out of stock. So then I started experimenting, and like this for instance is one coating with resin over top of it, and it looks like crap. Maybe if it was painted, but it wasn't hardening in time for me to say, hey, I could use this as a viable solution. This is another one of the older style. Basically what it comes down to, if I could just take them out the printer and people would be cool with how they look, that would be, I'd be able to put them out. But I don't really feel like that's what people want. I don't know. And then here's another one, but this one is just resin. It's all slick, and maybe it could be painted up, but this wouldn't cure in time. Then I tried some other stuff and it just scrapes right off, so that was useless. This as well. These are on the V1 handguards. You can tell the V1 from the V2 because the V2 has the 3 M-lock slots, and then the faux one for if you need to slide an attachment all the way to the end, but there's 2 screw holes to mount it. Yeah, but essentially that's what it came down to. Then I tried some other methods. Like this was what they started looking like toward the end, experimenting with different stuff. It just isn't presentable. That said, I have all of these. These ones would be more cosmetic because you're gonna have to find attachments that fit specifically for this, or if you're just trying to get an extended grip and not really worried about attachments. But that's all the V1s and the V2s. Like, look at this. I tried to just get everything back off and it just looks a mess. But my original goal was to sell them for 65 bucks, but I'm not selling this to someone for 65 bucks, and it's not really worth my time to make them for less than that. But I do have all of these, so I don't know, make me some offers. You've seen what they look like. Other than that, that's pretty much the news. If I can find another way, or if anybody has a way to suggest how to get a good texture or finish on these, because I mean, you have to sand all of this by hand, all of it, get into all the little cracks and crevices, cleaned it up. It's just too much work. I don't know how I feel about putting the file out there, because I know that a lot of people aren't going to use nylon or polycarbonate because their printers can't print at that heat. There's a lot of people who can now. Well, ultimately, you know, that's basically giving up. Once I put it out there, the file's out there, my ability to make money on this is pretty much going to be diminished. But that said, if I figure that I'm not going to do anything with it, basically I'm leaving it up to you guys to help me make up my mind here. But right now I can't dump any more money into experimenting with the handguards, and that's pretty much where we're at. maybe I'll give some of these away if someone feels like cleaning them up and doing whatever to it. But I don't know. Let me know down below. Alright, peace.